Is this simply just another variation of Lost meets Lord of the Flies? Or is Yellowjackets something completely different? Hey, welcome back to TLC Reviews. I'm Tyler. Today we're talking about the Showtime original Yellowjackets. Last year I saw a lot of people comparing it to shows like Lost or books like Lord of the Flies. But this show is way different than that in many ways. So Yellowjackets is a 10-episode series that follows a very good high school girls soccer team on their way to nationals. They board a plane, and that plane crashes into the Canadian wilderness, and they are forced to find a way to survive for a lot longer than maybe they expected. This isn't a generic teen show though. There is so much more to this. Although it does deal with many things that teens go through, including relationships, drugs, and alcohol, what separates Yellowjackets from other shows is the overall dread and survival aspect of it. In my opinion, what is so fascinating about Yellowjackets is the fact that this came out at a time when we were all going through a major crisis, a global pandemic. And this show reveals the possibilities of what could actually happen as a result of being driven to the brink of absolute madness. So similar to how the movie It showed the group of characters as kids and then later their adult counterparts, Yellowjackets shows two timelines of the girls as teens in 1996 and then to present time in 2021 as adults. And you see the fallout of the horrible tragedy they had to go through and how they are navigating their lives now. So on the teen cast, we have Ella Purnell, who, if you've seen the Netflix hit show Arcane, she actually voiced Jinx in that. It was her very first role doing voiceover as well. We also have Sophie Thatcher, who in my opinion looks way too much like Billie Eilish. Like, it's crazy, but she does an amazing job in this series. An absolute standout. We also have Jasmine Savoy Brown, who was just in the latest Scream movie, and so many other fascinating characters. And also, it's never difficult to tell who is who when you're comparing the teens to the adults. The young cast do an absolutely impeccable job crafting their characters, as each character never felt boring or unlikable. They all felt unique in their own ways with fleshed out personalities and motivations. Now, when it comes to the adult cast, they bring in some absolute powerhouses, including, of course, Juliette Lewis and Christina Richie. And even the actress, I was surprised by this, who plays Rose in 2.5 Men, is in this as well. A far different role for her. Without spoiling anything, episode 1 starts off with a pretty horrible sequence of events that could possibly lead to something much more sinister down the road. But I felt this was a great way to start off this series and just hook the viewer in right away. And looking at the thumbnail, I'm sure you can tell, it goes without saying that this is a very graphic, visceral show full of violence and many gory scenes, as well as some haunting, disturbing imagery, and it only gets creepier as time goes on, as they spend more hours alone in the wilderness. Now, as far as pacing, some episodes were paced better than others. I would have liked a bit more development with some characters, but that's for you to see for yourself as well. The finale was good. In my opinion, it wasn't great. It does leave a lot of threads untied, which you might think is great, but they do have a 5-season plan for this, and I do hope that it doesn't get tedious and drag on. Overall though, I guarantee if you are a fan of shows like Euphoria, Breaking Bad, or any other series that deals with trauma and survival of any kind, I think you'll enjoy this. I'm gonna give Yellowjackets 4 popcorn buckets out of 5. If you're looking for a dark, mysterious new series with some horror and supernatural elements, as well as themes of death, intrigue, and survival, with a solid cast and some excellent music choices from the 90s into the 2000s, Yellowjackets should be on your list. I definitely recommend this one next time you are searching for something to watch. Have you been watching this series? Let me know what you thought of the first season, maybe your theories as well as where it could go. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content if you love being glued to the screen just like me. I'm Tyler with TLC Reviews, and thanks for watching.